So we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. I'm Chief Meteorologist Michael Coates here in the First Alert Weather Center. Folks heading out today, and right now, traffic moving smoothly around our area highways and interstates. As we take a look this afternoon at the Pocatello Farm Bureau Skycam over I-15. Yeah, things look like a pretty typical Wednesday out there, nothing too crazy. Got the clouds coming into Salmon right now. Look at the airport webcam here. It looks kind of dreary. We also see some of the low clouds hanging over those foothills and mountains. We're slowly starting to bring this moisture in from the north. Right now, most of this stuff not even hitting the ground on First Alert Viper radar. We're just saturating the atmosphere, but we're just starting to see a few sprinkles on the outskirts of Idaho just coming into Boise, and a bit of some rain and snow coming out of the north later tonight. This area of low pressure barreling on in, coming overhead here as we get through tonight and tomorrow. We are expecting to see here more of this wraparound snowy weather for Thursday and Friday, and it's also going to get mighty cold as we're also dragging in a lot of cold air from the north. The National Weather Service issuing a winter weather advisory for eastern Idaho and the mountains of Wyoming. Here's why. Starting tonight through tomorrow morning, the snow starts rolling through the region. Now, take these numbers with a grain of salt, but we've actually seen these numbers increase since yesterday. The computer models are indicating, yeah, we have a pretty decent chance of accumulating snowfall around the region. In fact, it's pretty certain that we are going to expect to see snow here for much of the region. And the average right now, about 2 to 4 inches for the Snake River Plain. But about tomorrow morning, we're just starting to see the snow coming through here. And then as we go throughout the day tomorrow, we increase that snow. Especially, it looks like we have a couple of areas where we get some heavier lines of snow right through Bingham County, and then also out towards Twin Falls and Burley, plus, of course, our local mountains near the Tetons. Let's go a little closer in here. Calling for about 2 to 4 inches on average for the valleys around Jackson Hole and Teton Valley, and about close to a foot of snow up on Teton Pass. We're looking at 8 to 12 inches there. Moving over to Idaho Falls, kind of a widespread region, but we're looking on average about 2 to 4 inches by Thursday night. So we start off slow, and then we see the scattered snow throughout the day. Could possibly even mix in a bit of rain with some of the snowfall amounts, and that could play with some of these numbers here. Around Pocatello, we're looking about 1 to 2 inches in town. As soon as you get up on the bench areas, you're more in that 2 to 4 inch range, and then you can see there the darker blue on the map for areas around Fort Hall, Blackfoot, getting up into Firth and Shelley. That little area of Bingham County, well, pretty much almost all of Bingham County, seeing a good chunk of snowfall, it looks like here, along with some gusty winds, and that's going to be interesting to see if that pans out tomorrow. The bottom line is be prepared for scattered snow and gusty winds. The winds pick up tomorrow afternoon, continue into Friday. We have temperatures in the mid to upper 30s for Thursday, but it's going to feel cold outside, of course, with the wind and snow. Temperatures will drop down to the teens going into Saturday morning. Look at that, a low of 13 for Saturday morning, and some really chilly conditions for this weekend as we pull in cold air from the northeast. Make sure you join me tonight at 5, 5:30, and 6 on Channel 3 and Channel 8 for the very latest. And these models seem to update, but they've been holding steady. And the National Weather Service also issuing those advisories as a heads up that, yeah, not only are we looking at some decent snow, but we're also pulling in some wind, and that could lead to some blowing and drifting concerns for Friday morning. There's also going to be a bit of some rain trying to get in here with some of the snow. So that could make for some interesting snowfall amounts as we get through the day, Thursday afternoon and evening. More on that later tonight. Bye for now.